Do you know that 70% of people globally work from home at least one day per week? And out of those who actually try to remote career, 85% do not plan to go back to the office. In this video, I'll present you with 10 advantages of working from home, which might be your reason to want to shift to a remote career. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Olga, a small business owner and a career strategist leading you into your work-at-home career and boosting your business productivity weekly. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and don't forget about the notification bell. Obviously, for those people who prefer working from home, the benefits of working according to their own schedule outweigh any corporate perks that they have at the big companies like cozy office, team building parties, which secretly most employees hate, corporate perks like free lunches and so on and so forth. And basically sometimes it actually you feel like it's time for you to stop doing what you do and shift and move to another thing in life. And actually there might be two reasons why you might want to shift to a remote job. It's obvious reasons and it's personal reasons. And in my case, it has been a combination of both. I had to attend more to kids, my husband had to go to the office and he could not remain the primary caregiver to our children. I developed different health issues while working in the office, and so the routine, my working routine, had to be changed. So the benefits in my case outweighed it, and I want to share with you my top 10 reasons of why I choose to work from home, and these might be your reasons as well, and the advantages to consider if you decide to do this important career move. Now, before we jump in, let me know in the comments below what is your biggest challenge of working in the office and your reason why you want to move to a remote job and to working according to your own schedule. Okay, so here we go. First reason is commute time reduction. In my case, it sometimes took me about 5 hours daily to get to and from the office. It's crazy commute time. Of course, I used that time to the full capacity. I read books, I studied, I done some online courses, I wrote books, I answered business emails and messages, and all sorts of things. But it's really exhausting. So sitting in a dense traffic and trying to concentrate, it's really exhausting. And when I got to the office, I had just one desire: to fall down and pretend to be dead. And it took me about 1 and sometimes 1.5 hours to just shake myself up and put myself to the working mode so that I could dedicate my energy to actual job that had to be done. And nowadays I just don't have to go through that hell again. I just do my morning routine, I just push my kids to the school, and I'm ready to start my business, working on my business since 9 or sometimes 10 a.m. in the morning. That's, my friends, is amazing. Second is increased children or family time. If you do not have children yet, there are still people who are dear to you, who you consider to be your family, and who you would like to dedicate more time to. And there is no way you can do an office job when you are having children and you are a primary caregiver, unless your office job pays really well and you can hire a nanny, a tutor, a cook, a cleaner and a driver. And somehow you cover all of those plus your day job when on your own and when you're working from home. Third is more time for housework. If you can't afford help and extra help at this stage, like hiring a cleaner, working from home allows you to have these time slots that you can dedicate to your house chores, like washing dishes or washing the floors or doing your laundry, all within those time slots in between your day job, in between your working routine. This is very important for me. I can't concentrate on my business activities when I know that I have a mess in all the rest of the house. So this is important for me and this is a great advantage. Fourth is less health issues, both mental and physical. When you work in one office with a number of people, it's inevitable that you face with contagious diseases, with toxic people and people you just hate to work with. And in the worst scenarios, some under the carpet battles are involved, and for those of us who are not made from steel, This might result into a high stress level, into high blood pressure, into heart issues, into stomach issues, into all sorts of health problems that you will have to deal with, and it will turn out that you are working for your medicine only. Fifth is increased personal productivity. It's easy to fall into a trap of procrastination when working from home, but when you overcome those first issues of putting your mind to a working mode when working in your house and in your home office, you will find that you manage your time more efficiently and you manage to do more when working at home without all those numerous office distractions. And actually, when I work with someone who has worked from home for several years, I know that the job will be done on time and that the person, won't let me down. So I'm kind of used to people who are used to working from home being more efficient than the office people. 6, which is very important, is saved costs on your look. When you work in the office, your professional look is very important, and especially for women, it might result into extra expenses, like having your nails done or buying lots of cosmetics for your makeup, and having to cut your hair, to do your hairdo, to buy professional looking clothes, and all this stuff, which will, eat a hole in your budget sometimes. And your commuting costs will be reduced as well. You don't have commute, right? You don't have to pay for gas, you don't have to pay for a bus fare, so you don't spend money on all of this. And you don't spend money on your lunches when you work at the office. You have to pay for your food, for your lunches. You don't have to do that when you work at home, and this will be more cost effective. Now, 7th is something that all people go for when they consider to switch to a work from home career. It's flexible schedule. When I worked with a West Coast company, our time zone differences has been over 10 hours, 10 or 11 hours. And it worked perfectly for me because I did all the main working tasks in the morning, in my morning hours. Like I dedicated from 4 to 5 hours in the morning to do the main job, and then I switched to my house activities, then I switched to minding my kids and all this house and home routine. And then when the West Coast woke up, it was time for me to put my kids to bed at 10 or 9 p.m. and then I could go back to continue working. I dedicated this time to team meetings, to all sorts of meetings with the management, and I just finished my working day at about 1 or 2 a.m. It worked for me at the time, and no other office job would allow me to do this. So having flexible schedule is really a great advantage. Now, 8th is something sales manager will understand better, and that is making business calls when working from home. Given that you have secured a noise-isolated home office for yourself, making business calls is way easier. You don't have to rush along the office corridors to try to find a free space where you can talk without being interrupted, a free conference room, and not having found one, you do not have to talk to your important business clients in front of 50 or 60 other people in your open space office room. 9th is custom environment. And what I'm mostly relating here to is what most office workers will understand. Your conditioner. It will never be too hot or too cold. You set the rules in your home office. So you either turn on your conditioner or you turn it off. You either open the window or close the window. And same relates to music. You can listen to it in your headphones, or you can turn your dynamics on to the full capacity, or you can work in a dead silence and nobody is saying you to turn off your music, or hey guys, let's listen to some music, and you're like, I need silence. Last but not least, you can work from anywhere. You're not glued to your working space, you're not glued to your working environment. You can work from anywhere. You can go to a cafe, a co-working space, you can go to Antarctica for what you care, unless you are switched off from the internet access, and while you have your laptop in your hands, This is all you actually need. This is your working environment, and this is a great advantage. You can travel all over the world while having your job done at the same time. Now let me know which one of these 10 advantages you find most appealing according to your situation. For myself, it has been a combination of the first 5, which played the most important role in my deciding to go remote. Now, Top Guns, I'm releasing a new video every single Tuesday now, so subscribe and hit the notification button so that you don't miss the new comings. I hope to see you next week. Have a great week, have a great mood, and see you next Tuesday. Bye!